Have you ever met a girl so beautiful you literally forgot who you were? Suddenly, you're speaking softer, smiling more, replying to her texts faster than Google loads a page, and boom, you turn into a budget version of yourself, all because she's got a pretty face. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why that's the moment you start losing, and how to become the kind of man she second guesses messing with, not the one she drags around like a puppy on a leash.
Here's a hard pill to swallow, fellas. The more beautiful a woman is, the more she knows she's the center of the damn universe. And why? Because 99% of dudes out there confirm it, with thirsty stares, awkward compliments, and those cringy lines like, "Girl, if you were a star, I'd be the whole sky." Bruh, stop. Every time you get short of breath just because she walks in the room, you're not just losing points, you're literally handing her the crown. And guess what? She takes it without lifting a finger. Not because she's evil, because she's used to being worshipped. You think beauty is a gift? Nah. To her, it's a tool. A pretty face isn't always an angel in disguise. Sometimes it's a test you're meant to fail. And if you're not grounded, you'll turn into a spineless simp hoping for leftover crumbs of attention. Tell me this hasn't happened to you. She holds eye contact for 1 second longer than usual, and suddenly you're planning the wedding, the honeymoon in the Maldives, and naming your 2 future kids. Don't laugh. You've been there. And in that moment, you weren't a man. You were a deer walking straight into a hunter's trap. Here's what you need to remember. It's not her fault for being beautiful. It's your fault if you lose yourself over it. She might have $1 million face, but you still get to decide if she's even worthy of stepping into your world. Want to play chess with the queen? Cool. Just don't forget, the first move is yours.
All right, boys, let's get one thing straight. In the game of attraction, whoever shows emotion first loses. And guess what the fastest way to show emotion is? Being too damn eager. You know the drill. You text her first, then sit there staring at scene, refreshing like a lunatic, telling yourself, she's probably just busy. Meanwhile, she's watching your stories, sipping boba, and texting some other dude. That ain't interest. That's volunteering to be the backup plan. She doesn't have to try. You're doing all the work. You've turned into the plain sandwich in her inbox. Predictable, always available, and just kind of there. A high-value man gets this. He is the reward. He doesn't need to chase, impress, or respond within 30 seconds with a heart emoji. And the result? His restraint creates mystery. And women are addicted to not knowing what you're thinking. Think about the kind of movie you can't stop watching. What keeps you hooked? It's the suspense, not knowing what's coming next. That's what you are supposed to be. Don't turn yourself into a $2 comic book where everyone skips to the last page. And don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean acting cold and robotic. It means give a little less than what she expects. Tease, then pull back. Say half, then smile. Disappear right after sparking her curiosity. That's not being rude, that's art. That's how you make her check her phone, text her friends, wonder what the hell you're doing. Make her ask the questions. Don't be the guy spilling all the answers. Like I said earlier, the more predictable you are, the faster she loses interest. And once she's bored, you're not the man anymore. You're just another forgettable notification on her lock screen.
When guys hear the word cold, they think dark shades, cigarette in hand, legs crossed like a mafia boss, never smiling. Bro, calm down. Being cold isn't about acting cool. It's about self-control. Real high-value men? They're not emotionless. They just don't let emotions run the show. Yeah, he might feel something when she walks in. Yeah, his heart might skip a beat when she laughs. But he doesn't let that feeling dictate his actions. You know who gets played? The guy who reacts instantly. She posts a story with some random dude, boom, you're jealous. She leaves you on red, boom, you're passive-aggressively texting. She says, I'm busy.
And you reply, "Okay, take care of yourself, hope everything's good." Where's the cold? Gone. Now compare that to a man who's in control. He sees it, he gets it, but he doesn't flinch because he doesn't let her attention define his worth. She could be drop-dead gorgeous, sharp like a razor, the kind of woman that makes 10 guys line up like it's a job interview. But to him, his value doesn't bounce around based on one pretty face. You've heard it before. Women are a test. True, but not the kind where you panic like a kid giving a book report. It's a test of your spine, not your smile. The prettier she is, the more she's used to controlling men. With a glance, a giggle, a fake little oops, or the classic accidental touch. And if you react just like every other guy, congrats, you've officially joined the Every Other Guy Club. Remember what I said earlier? Beauty is a weapon, but it only hits hard if you expose a weak spot. If you can look her dead in the eye and not melt, if you can feel the heat and still keep your frame, then you hold the power. Because at the end of the day, she doesn't want one more dude telling her she's beautiful. She wants someone who isn't fazed by her beauty. And if that's you, she won't forget you. Not today, not next month, maybe never.
If you've ever acted like a starstruck kid in front of a goddess, don't sweat it. We've all been there. But a real man, he levels up when he learns to stand tall, even when temptation's wearing heels and lipstick. Send this video to that buddy of yours who's out here catching feelings for a girl who barely knows his name. And remember, don't be the nice guy. Be the unforgettable one. Hit that follow button if you're ready to become the kind of man women can't ignore and the world can't manipulate.